Welcome back to another episode of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network in the Solano College Sports Network studio. Today, I'm your host, Holden Beers, and I'm the pleasure to be joined by Elijah Reed, a member of the Solano Pulse, the student paper here at Solano College. I know that your major is journalism, obviously, and I wanted to kind of get into what made you start journalism here at Solano.
When I first graduated high school in 2023, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I originally gravitated towards like the kind of stopgap, which is just like business and like business management. And as my date for moving to Frisco State got closer, I just realized that's not what I wanted to do. And so I decided to take the year off, and I just worked a bunch of odd jobs. I worked at like an auto auction. I worked at Six Flags. So did a bunch of different stuff, and just at some point decided that media and writing in particular, and really reporting is like an area that I really wanted to go into. And I don't know. I've always been a big fan of sports journalism in particular. A lot of sports media, sports analysis. So
Yeah,
it's always been
sure.
it like in the back of my mind. So
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. Coming out of high school, I was like kind of wanted to go that business route because I didn't fully know what I wanted to do. But then same with you, I have a big interest in sports journalism, specifically sports analysis, sports broadcasting, and that's what I found here at Solano. And then I also wanted to ask, how long have you been here at Solano, and then what would your plans be after your time here?
I've been at Solano since the fall of 24, and my plan after this is to transfer to San Francisco State and hopefully write for their publication, the Golden Gate Express, and just do what I can to survive in the city after that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure, yeah. And then knowing that you are one of the lead editors for the Solano Pulse, what would you say is one of the hardest things about that, and what is like one of the best like parts about being one of the lead editors?
So I guess one of the challenges could be just the fact that we're a very new publication, and we started out my first semester here. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of learning as you go, and as you grow with the paper.
Yeah.
And so there's just a lot of challenges of like not really knowing what direction to might be the quote unquote right direction, because we don't have a already set up system in place for editorial standards or reporting standards or writing standards, whatever it may be. So when it comes to gauging those, I guess by situation, that can be a little challenging since like I said, we don't have an established like mission statement yet, or really like developed style over time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But some positives though have been just the community I've kept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Given the fact that we're a new publication and we just came into I guess spotlight. We're very close. It's only like 10, 12 of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it creates a very close-knit bond, and it makes it easier to edit people's work. It makes it easier to have a level of transparency about what we expect out of our reporting, and it just makes it easier. It makes it an easier process all around.
Yeah. And then what would you say is like one of the best qualities of having a school paper here at Solano?
I say one of the best qualities and the most important quality is just giving a voice to students. Is giving a voice to the people who make up the majority of the population on campus. You know what I mean? The majority of, I'm gonna say a majority of people here are students.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We kind of outnumber faculty. So when it comes to, I guess, the public's like opinion and maybe interests or well-being, that mainly would side with the students because of just off sheer numbers. You know what I mean? And so to have a publication that by theory is supposed to hold those in power in check, ran by students You know what I mean? It kind of just makes sense since
Yeah.
the majority of our body is students. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's very I guess not liberating, but it's very opening and refreshing, especially when I guess some figureheads and maybe some faculty members might not know how to interact with student media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very refreshing just to get our to get student voices foot in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to not just have one side of the of the aisle heard in the instructor and faculty member's voice.
Yeah, I certainly agree, because students having a voice is really important, because students should always, I think, in a school be put first and be heard. And I think having a student paper here at Solano is just super important. I kind of want to switch gears a little bit though and go into kind of a little bit of a sports thing. Knowing that you are a Raiders fan, who would you say is your favorite player from the Raiders? And it can be current player or all time, or you can do both.
Since you had to put my Raider fandom on the spot like that, my favorite Raiders player all time is probably Charles Woodson. He's not in particular who made me a Raiders fan, but he's the reason I am still a Raiders fan after so many years of turmoil. Charles Woodson, just, I don't know, being a defensive back, which usually I guess has this pre-notion of being kind of maybe scared to tackle, scared to hit, just scared to be physical in a physical sport. And it kind of has that that misnomer a bit. And I feel like Charles kind of flipped that on its head a bit. Was a very physical player, especially towards the end of his career. Very in the box safety when he converted from cornerback to safety. And one of the best defenders to turn over the ball. And just unequivocally a Raider. And it might be Max soon. Max
Crosby.
Max, he just embodies the Raider spirit. So it's Max and Charles.
Yeah, and then going back to the Raiders as a team, what do you think they would need to do in the future to kind of improve what they've got going on right now?
Okay, outside of Mark selling the team, I say it just has to be just a blow it up year, or really a blow it up probably half decade. Outside of, I don't think you can trade Max. I think Max Crosby has too much tied to the fan base. As of right now, I think he's just one of those players that kind of has to retire with us. He kind of has to retire Raider. Otherwise, I just feel like it wouldn't feel right, nor would any rebuild that involves trading him feel right. So you kind of have to keep Max in that, but everyone else is free game. And that's not the best thing for business. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot for an owner to want to buy into that. But that right now seems to be the only sort of course for action, is to just a complete rebuild.
And then lastly, going back to the Solano Pulse and then the student paper, what is one piece of advice you would give someone that might be interested in joining the Solano Pulse in the future, whether it be someone that's already at the school or someone that will be enrolled in the future?
The piece of advice I would give to you if you had an interest in joining the Solano Pulse is to show up to room 714 in the Humanities building. That's literally all you have to do at 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, is show up there and tell us your interest and what do you have an interest in reporting. If you do that, we will help you from that point forward in figuring out which classes you need to take and your overall schedule and timing and all that, et cetera, et cetera. But if you genuinely have an interest and you don't know where to start with that interest, to show up to room 714 in the Humanities building, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 4 o'clock.
Awesome. Well, it was a great time interviewing you, having a great conversation with you. This has been another episode of On Campus here in the Solano College Sports Studio. My name is Holden Beers, and thank you all for watching.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
for more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.